A wise man once said that if you're feeling anxious, you're probably worrying too much about the future. And if you're feeling regret, you're probably worrying too much about the past. The problem that we face as human beings is that we spend so much time worrying about the past and the future, we don't have any time left for the present. And the present moment is the only moment in time where we have the opportunity to make amends for the past and to make a better future. It's such a simple concept, yet it's so damn hard to apply. And the reason I'm making this video in the first place is because lately I've been finding myself making the same mistake, even though I know I shouldn't be. And I also know that there's probably a lot of people out there who are falling into that same trap. So I want to make this video to share some of the lessons that I've learned, while also understanding that I just can't speak them. I also have to apply them. So to start off, we are human beings. We're going to make mistakes. In fact, I would argue that we're designed to make mistakes because mistakes are the only way we can grow. Mistakes help us progress. Unfortunately, we live in a society that has trained us since elementary school to look at mistakes as a bad thing. If you got bad grades on a test or a report card, your teacher would let you hear it and your parents would let you hear it. Mistakes were always used to instill fear into kids, rather than teaching them that mistakes are supposed to be used as a learning lesson, as data sets, as a way of progressing forward, rather than something that you should fear. And that shit follows you into adulthood. It's a goddamn virus, but you have to break the coding, and it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen in one day. You gotta remember, you're retraining your brain to overcome years and years of subconscious programming. You're going to have to consciously fight the urge of feeling fear whenever you make a mistake, and train your mind to view the mistake as a learning lesson. You have to get to the point where you've rewritten the definitions of mistake and failure. You have to get to the point where those two words no longer have a bad connotation behind them, where it's no longer a bad thing to make a mistake or to fail, where you only view them as lessons. Because the trap that so many people fall into, including myself, is that we rarely ever view them as lessons. Instead, we just let the regret and the shame eat us up inside. Which brings me to my next point. A wise man once also said that all you can do is make the best possible move on the chessboard. It's all you can do. Unless you know how to access the fourth dimension where time isn't a thing, then you can't go back in time and you can't skip ahead to the future. All you can do is focus on what you have in front of you, and stressing and worrying about things that you have absolutely no control over is not going to help you at all. In fact, it will only make things worse. So for whatever situation you're going through right now that may be making you feel regret or shame or eating you up inside because you wish like hell you could go back in time and make this one little tweak that could change your whole situation, you have to drop that. You have to come back to the present moment and look down at the chessboard and ask yourself, what is the best move I can make right now? What steps can I take right now? Not what steps I could have taken a month ago, but what steps can I take right now? You have to get that ingrained into your head. All you can do, all the power that you have, lies in the present moment. Your mistake or your failure lies in the past. So the only thing that you can do is use it as a learning lesson. Look down at your chessboard and apply that newfound information that you gathered from that failure and use it to make the best possible move that you can make right now. And as time goes on and you keep failing and making mistakes, you're going to be learning so many new lessons, which is going to lead to you making so many better moves. And there's going to come a day when you're looking back at all the mistakes and failures that used to eat you up inside, that used to keep you up at night, and you're going to be so damn grateful that you made them. But you have to understand, this story only has a happy ending if you don't let fear stop you from making mistakes. Which brings me to my last point. If you're letting the fear of what other people are going to say or think about you stop you from chasing your dream or your goal or whatever your situation's about, then you need to erase that shit from your head right now. I am not here to be a motivational speaker, but I am here to try my very best to break society's brainwashing. And one of the #1 rules I try to live by is fuck their opinions. That doesn't mean you be mean or hateful to other people. It just means that you live life the way that you want to live, not how other people want you to live. So continue to train your mind to disassociate fear from failure and associate failure with progress. And on that note, I'll leave you with one last, a wise man once said quote, "Everything will be okay in the end. So if it's not okay, then it's not the end. Keep your head up. Have a good night."